Sunday afternoon baseball from Baltimore. Today, the finale of this. Odrisamer Despaigne starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I love watching this guy pitch. I went back, looked at the video of his last game. He pitched into the 6th inning, threw the ball great, had electric stuff when he needed to, pitched out of some tough jam, and pitched well enough to get the W. So I think we'll see tonight really firsthand what kind of pitcher he is. We'll get to see it firsthand.
The windup and the 0-1. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Trumbo racing back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he will get there with the game's first hit, a leadoff double.
Well, looks like they were determined to be aggressive early, and it almost results in a home run in the first at-bat of the game, but he'll settle for a double and hope the number 2 man can pick him up.
Here's Melky Cabrera batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. He'll come into play right at 340. 4 home runs and 22 RBIs. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Grounded to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. HR, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Well, Matt, they're not going to run. I mean, they don't put a lot of pressure on you trying to steal bases. They'll take the extra base if they need to, but they don't run much. They're a team that sits there. They're going to be a lot base to base, rely a lot on the power. This is a total contrast to what we've been seeing throughout the league the last couple of years.
Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate. And a base hit as that'll chase the run home from third, and the White Sox take a 1-0 lead.
Well, they scored a lot of runs yesterday, and they score one here. Maybe the bats are clicking again. They're getting right back to work where they left off yesterday.
Deoner Navarro stands in as he looks at ball one here. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Runner's going. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Sliced hard down the left field line, and this is going to get down and head for the 333 sign. Frazier rounds third and is digging for the plate, and a relay home, and he will beat the tag of Wieters safe at the plate. Now at the plate, Brett Lawrie. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. 1 out and a runner on second base. Swing and a looper to left. Gaddis has it in his sights. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Digging in now, Logan Morrison. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-1 delivery. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
The 0-2 delivery. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
That was the 5th foul ball in this at bat. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in a 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Once again, a 3-2. Now a flare out toward right center. And Trumbo will put this one away to retire the side. Carlos Rodon, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's really had a tough time his last 3 outings. ERA over 9. That's basically giving up a run an inning. He just has really struggled and not been able to figure it out. They're giving him the ball, though, and anytime you get the ball, you got a chance to turn it around. We'll see if today's the day he turns it around.
Harold, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
Yeah, Matt, they've been a little up and down on this road trip, a little inconsistent, but 2-2 is not bad, better than being 0-4. They win this game today, though, and it really kind of turns the tide for them a bit.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And that misses 2-2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Fastball got him looking. 1 gone. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Harold, what's the key to avoiding the sweep?
Well, you come in and you realize, man, we're already down 2. What do? You play within yourself. We get a leadoff guy on. The next man moves him up or moves him over. Then our middle guys, maybe we hit a big bop to get in it. You don't have to go get 2 runs this inning. Just get 1. Keep chipping away and giving yourself a chance.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the 2nd out.
Batting third, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the 1st. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Here's the pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Cabrera has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the. Settling in now, Adrian Beltre. The average coming in just shy of 200, so maybe a hit or 2 in this ball game could push him at least over that dreaded mark. And the first pitch to the 38-year-old veteran is in for a called strike, 0-1. And the pitch. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul.
Tell you what, that was a nice swing after the sequence. Following a fastball to get a changeup and you foul it off. Pretty good approach.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Inside,
Lays off 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the 1st out.
All right, here's how the Orioles are lining up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at the catcher, Matt Wieters. The biggest compliment I ever heard from Matt Wieters: nobody catches a throw from the outfield and tags a runner better than him. He'll take a shot too. He also calls a pretty good game.
Avisail Garcia comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. And a fastball just a bit high.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
And this pitch is lined softly here to the right side. Foul. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Trumbo has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
I don't know what was going on with him in the first inning. He had a bad first inning. This looks like a totally different pitcher here in the second. Really starting to settle in, really starting to throw strikes.
Just a touch outside, 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Trumbo. And that ends the inning. Down in. Here's Mark Trumbo now. He did his part yesterday afternoon as he cashed in with 3 hits in the losing effort.
Mark Trumbo.
Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. Here's the pitch. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by. Around first, digging for 2. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Evan Gattis now standing in as we take a look at the splits between April and May. This one's down to third. Frazier's up with it, and a good throw gets him one gone. Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. From the belt, the pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Now that's a good changeup right there. You know the guy's sitting fastball. You get him out in front. Now that changeup's in his head the rest of the at-bat.
And now Navarro can't squeeze it as it gets away. And the recovery's not going to be in time at third, and that should be ruled a wild pitch. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. Payoff pitch on its way. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. Digging in the switch hitter, Tom Noonan. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year. First delivery to him on the way. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. And the run is in to score from third. The relay, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Batting 8th, the shortstop, Andrew Romine.
Into the box, Andrew Romine, as he'll take a look at ball one. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. No home runs as of yet, and 3 driven in. The 1-0 pitch. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Garcia has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. So striding in, Jonathan Scope, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
That's a good changeup. Got him to swing early in it. Now you got him set up. You can go back with the hard fastball or double it up with another changeup.
Ready with the 0-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. A nice aerial shot there. The Inner Harbor in downtown Baltimore as we welcome you back to the Charm City.
The center fielder, number 1, Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. And the pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Here's another 0-2. Scorched to third. Machado on the slide. He goes to first. Safe. Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard. Striding in once again, Melky Cabrera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Jones is under it, and that's the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready for another chance? Todd Frazier looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0.
Nope.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here it comes, 2-0. And he started to go around there, and it'll cost him, as they say. He did swing the bat. It's 2-1. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Hit on the ground to third. Taken in by Machado to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end. Digging in for his second at-bat, Donald Jones. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Donald Jones.
First offering on its way. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
Well, I'm not big on the first pitch changeup, but right there I liked it. He got out front of the swing, and now you got a strike.
The windup and the 0-1. Fastball runs off the outside. It's 1-1. Navarro the sign, the 1-1. And this is fouled back and out of play.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Manny Machado will be next. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll be back in standing up. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Now the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
The 2-1 pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Back-to-back changeups, and he fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with the third one. I got to be thinking some other pitch is coming.
And a dive, but he's back in there. And another snap throw to the bag. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And again, he'll snap one over to first. And the fans don't like this at all. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball. Ready with another 2-2. There he goes. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in on it is Eaton. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away. Digging in to try it again, Adam Jones. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Fly ball out toward left center field. Eaton is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Mark Trumbo. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First offering on its way. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Well, he got him to chase a fastball right there off the plate. He's such a good hitter. You don't see him chase out of the zone very often. That just tells me the pitcher's got pretty good stuff.
Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit.
He's been looking really good. Another hit, another multi-hit game. This hot streak has been really fun to watch him perform.
Stepping in now, Evan Gaddis, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Nice pitch right there. You got him out in front on an off-speed pitch, and you know what? Right there, you know he's looking fastball. Runner at second. He wants to drive something in, really anxious. You took his aggressiveness and used it against him.
Too high. 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Man, I'm looking for him to challenge him right here. You know, 2-2. You don't want to go to 3-2, have those runners on the move on that certain pitch. So 2-2 is your challenge pitch.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. 2 down, runners at first and second. Now both runners are breaking. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Oriole threat goes by the wayside as the inning is. Here's the catcher, Deoner Navarro. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Deoner Navarro.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Line drive to center field, and Navarro will reach. It's a base hit. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
Well, you want to throw that sinker down. That one stayed up, and that's what the hitter's looking for. Get that ball above my thighs so I can hit it. If it's below the thigh, you let it go. Nice job. Good execution of your game plan.
The 0-1 delivery. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball one. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Runner goes for second. In the dirt. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Logan Morrison. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way to right field and way out of here. Look at this thing go. Way out of here as it bangs off the gate.
This is just one of those parks where the ball seems to jump off the bat a lot more during the day. This is the first one of the day, but we might see a few more before this one's over.
Up next for the White Sox, the designated hitter.
Standing in now, Adrian Beltre. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
To third. Throw to first will be in time to retire Beltre, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder.
So here is Avisail Garcia. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. In there, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Hey, they teach kids the same thing they teach pros here. When the ball is coming in tight like that, you don't open yourself up to it. You turn your back and absorb the blow. The thunk sounds a lot worse than it hurts. At least that's what they say.
The 0-1 pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get foul for strike 2. Here it comes on 0-2. Another one sent foul. Another 0-2 home. And he just barely makes contact there as this is fouled at the plate, and it remains 0-2.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
That ball's not even close, but I think he probably tried to throw that out of the zone on purpose. Maybe get him to chase or give him some kind of different look. He's fouling off everything.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the... Stepping into the box, Matt Wieters.
Leading off the
He
fourth
drew a
for the
walk his
Orioles.
first time up.
Catcher, number 32.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Garcia going back to the track. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Orioles,
Now to the
first
plate,
baseman,
Tom Noonan.
Tom Noonan.
First pitch of the at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. 4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Hit on the ground toward the left. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Andrew Romine. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail it 4-1.
Leading off for the White Sox.
In now is
The
Adam
center
Eaton.
fielder, number
He's in to
1.
get things going
Adam
here in inning number
Eaton.
5. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Well, it's awful difficult, Matt, to hit when you find yourself down 0-2, but particularly when you haven't even swung the bat yet. Now you're in protect mode, and you haven't taken one swing.
Skied into straightaway right. Trumbo has a read on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Left fielder number 50.
Ready for another shot now. Melky Cabrera, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. He pulls this one into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball,
Frazier.
and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Here's Todd Frazier now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And this one's over for a high strike, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gaddis giving chase, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Here's Jonathan Scope now.
Leading
He's
off for
0
the
for
Orioles.
1 thus far.
Designated hitter, Jonathan Scope.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game. Well, that'll get your head shaken at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Digging in once again, Donald Jones comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Jones.
Into the windup and the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And he gets a piece there and chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Hard liner to center field. Eaton is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Third baseman number 13.
Ready once again, Manny Machado. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Oh and 1, here it comes. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. And this is still a 4-1 ball. Digging in and looking for more, Deoner Navarro. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. And that's in there for a strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 6th.
Well, another hit. You talk about a pitcher who threw well and got a win in his last start. Total opposite right here. He hasn't thrown the ball very well. They've been hitting him pretty good, and at the moment, he stands to be the guy that's going to get the loss.
Brett Laurie stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1.
That's a pitch you can't miss right there. A changeup right in your wheelhouse.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. 6th inning, 4-1 is our score. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. A shot down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. From the stretch. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And this continues right on through him as he couldn't knock it down. And the throw will go to second as they get to force out. Logan Morrison will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point.
Matt, here we are, double play situation, and everybody knows he's got that sinker. Maybe get a ground ball and get 2, right? But he comes with the fastball right there. Now nobody knows what to see. This is going to be an interesting at-bat.
Line toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have runners at 2nd and 3rd following the 1-out double. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at 2nd.
Designated hitter, Adrian
Ready
Beltre.
once again,
Your attention,
Adrian
please.
Beltre. 0 for
Now
2
pitching
on the
for the
afternoon
Orioles,
so far.
number
Angelo
28.
Varela takes the
Angelo
mound to try to get
Varela.
out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. 2 low, 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gaddis is after it. He gets there, but he missed it. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Well, if anybody was wondering why they're losing, there's the reason. When you're given a chance to make a big play, you've got to make it, or you're going to be on the wrong end of games more often than not.
Avisail Garcia is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
That's a nice job of getting ahead right there. This is a tough situation he's in. He's going to have to use all his pitches to get out of this jam.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Boy, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get him to chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away, but he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And the second run will score to make this a 7-1 ball game.
Whoa, back-to-back sliders. Now, the first one was almost like a practice pitch. He saw the spin. The second one, he recognized and got the base hit.
Escobar.
First offering on its way. Alcides Escobar comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. And that's taken in near the line as the runner tags from second. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting, center fielder.
Digging in to
Adam
try it again.
Eaton.
Adam Eaton. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 3 runs already home here. Hard on the ground toward short. Romine is there. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out. Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Chopped weakly to the left. Frazier ranges to his left. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Mark Trumbo.
Striding in once again, Mark Trumbo. He singled his last time up. Into the windup and the pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. Ready for another shot now. Evan Gaddis. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Hit down the third base line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat. Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Matt Wieters.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good swing there, but this is foul off to the right side. A runner on first with 2 away. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 7. Here's Melky Cabrera. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Oh, he hung him one right there. Curveball right down the middle. Those balls go a long way. He must have been looking for something else.
Able to make the play is Gaddis, and that's the first out.
For the White Sox, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Todd Frazier. He flew out in his last at bat. Fastball in there for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the catcher, Deoner Navarro. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. And a curveball to begin the at-bat. 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
He's clearly looking on the outside half right there. The check swing means he recognized that ball pretty good.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now the pitch. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that? Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Down in order. Jake Petrichka comes on to start the inning, and he'll have a huge lead to work with.
Jake Petrichka.
Tom Noonan will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Oh and 1. Here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Oh and 2 count. Here's the pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Digging in once again, Andrew Romine. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit to first. Morrison is there. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter, number 6.
Ready for another chance? Jonathan Schoop. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Chop foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Little dribbler down the line, but it gets foul.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Here's another 2-2. Hit to short. Escobar fields it cleanly. On to Morrison at first, and that ends the inning. This one pretty well in the bag. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and the White Sox are out in front. So striding in, Brett Lawrie. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. The 0-2 delivery. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Logan Morrison. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. Now the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's a fair ball as it'll head toward the scoreboard. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
That was terrific. You always hear keep your hands inside the baseball. That's a perfect example. The ball was in, and he took it back up the middle. You can't do that if you don't keep your hands inside the baseball.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0 delivery. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gaddis has it in his tracks. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Cue shot here out toward short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Well, they've been roping the ball all over the yard, and this one didn't get hit that hard. Just a little blooper that fell in, but man, everything they hit is falling. This club is hot right now.
Your attention, please.
So
Now
with a
pitching
left-handed
for the
hitter
Orioles,
waiting, they'll go to their own
number
left-hander
17,
out of the bullpen.
Ryan
In now is Adam
Mathis.
Eaton, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. And this is high, a ball and a strike. 1-1, here it comes. Hit to third. Machado has it, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. Settling in now, Donald
Leading off for the
Jones.
Orioles,
He'll get things started
second
now in the
baseman,
bottom of inning number 8.
Donald Jones.
He's set. Here it comes. Way out in front. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch.
0-2.
Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Turned on down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Third baseman number 13, Manny Machado.
Stepping into the box, Manny Machado. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Navarro the sign, the 1-1, but gloved by the third baseman for the out, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The center fielder number 10.
Into the box, Adam Jones. Not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. First pitch on its way. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And now time is called as a beach ball has made its way out into left field here. The 1-1 now to Jones. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
Misses, ball 2.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time. On deck, the right-handed hitting Mark Trumbo. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away. Here's
Now
Mark
batting,
Trumbo now. He
right
doubled
fielder,
earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Fouled off into the seats behind first.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
The 0-1 pitch. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him. First and second now, 1 man out. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Evan Gattis now standing in. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And he'll lay off a first pitch sinker, missing down and in for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. And here's a ball out towards straightaway center field. Eaton is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Orioles strand a couple. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Digging in the switch hitter, Melky Cabrera. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Melky Cabrera.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. The windup and the 0-1. Hit back up the middle. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Up next for Chicago.
Now at the plate, Todd Frazier. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And here's a fastball called for strike one. One out, nobody on. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Two strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Pitch on the way. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
That's probably not what he wants to do with two strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Dribbled up the line. That goes foul, so he stays alive with two strikes.
Whoa, he tried to get a little cute right there. A little two-strike changeup. He thought he might get a swing and miss, but man, he left that in the zone. He's fortunate that ball didn't leave the park.
Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Stepping up to the plate, Deoner Navarro. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Slider taken here, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground to short. To his right, Romine. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
0-1 count and the pitch.
1-1.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner. And a fastball just a bit up. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Grounded to the right. Lowry's up with it. And a rather easy first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Tom Noonan.
Stepping in, Tom Noonan. First delivery to him on the way. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. The 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Yanked on the ground down the line. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
That is a great 2-strike approach. Spread his legs out, kept the hands back, and just punched the ball through for a ground ball base hit.
Andrew Romine.
Into the box now, Andrew Romine, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 0-1 count. Here it comes.
1 ball, 1
And this is taken. It's a ball and a strike now to the Baltimore shortstop. Runner at first here, 1 man out. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. Escobar on to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Up next for the
Here's Jonathan Scope now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And this is fouled at the plate. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. This ball will be chopped foul. 2 out with the man at first. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Wow, a 9-out save. That's 3 full innings. You don't see that very often these days. It's awfully nice to have a guy in the back end of your bullpen that can pitch that kind of work.